Hello, everyone. I know this is quite a surprise, and it is different format for me to meet everyone. And actually, it is because I'm in my room, and I'm not sure if my sound is clear. I think so. Okay, so you know, in St. Louis, it was yesterday was a stormy night, right? Okay, and ice, wintry mix. So all the roads is covered with ice, so I can't make it to the main shrine. So I decided to do it here in my room, and because I really don't like to cancel it, since we are doing it in an online format, so I think that maybe um, with a different different environment might be a good idea. And uh, my room is pretty messy, and I was kind of like, okay, where's the best spot, right? Okay, so anyway, this is the spot that I can, well, what I can find. Okay, and at the side, at my side is my shelf, the only shelf that I have, and there are books and some other, 杂物, it means like and some stuffs. Okay. Hi. So I would like to introduce this on Tai Chi. Actually, this was something that I bought in bargain price. And I think where did I buy it? Okay, in Barnes and Nobles. Okay, and when I saw it, actually I don't practice Tai Chi, and I'm very bad in remembering all the motions, or the postures when you're moving, right? And so that is and I tried, and I tried when I practiced taekwondo, but really very bad at memorizing all the postures. So remain on belt, white belt, because I can't remember to advance myself. Okay, because when you're going to advance, you have to memorize all the kicks and all the hand gestures, but I just can't. Okay, and so as Tai Chi, but this is Yang style, and the reason why introduce this is because there is some anatomy of the Tai Chi posture. So, this posture is good for some certain muscles. Okay, so you can see the anatomy. So actually, when I bought this, I was kind of this is good to for Jeff. Okay, so I bought it, but I never took a good look at it. But maybe I will be just giving it to Jeff if he don't mind. Okay, so this is something that I would like to introduce you. Okay, so of course there are several books. Okay, Chinese Buddhism in Catholic Philippines. This is some the book that some professor gave it to me, because she's I think she, right. Okay, she wrote it, and she was this talks about the Chinese Buddhism in Philippines, and you know that Philippines is a Catholic country, right? Okay, so that is something quite interesting, but I never, open it, because this when I receive it, I would say, oh, this is really good in for the library of, in our Fokwangshan headquarters. So I really want to give it to them. So I just don't want to ruin it when I just, when I'm reading. So, and very interesting is Buddha. Yeah, oh, this is Guan Yin's face, and the other half is Mother Mary. So it's kind of like combination of Guan Yin and Mother Mary. And actually, interestingly, that there is a history in Japan, uh, where uh, that Catholic or Christianity was being oppressed by in a, in a certain period of time in Japanese history. And so what to do for those who for those Japanese Catholics is that they made Guan Yin they made Kuan Yin as a Mother Mary, so they just kind of like just like they're paying homage, or they're praying for. You can see that the statue maybe it looks like Kuan Yin, but actually it is Mother Mary. Okay, so there's an interesting thing history that I would like to share with you. So if you would like to know that, maybe you can kind of like type in for the Google search for like I forgot Mother Mary Kuan Yin or something. Yes, so there's a lot of interesting books, but this is not the topic. We are going to meditate, right? Okay, so different format. For those who have just checked in, I was in my room, and because I was not able to make it to the main shrine, even though it is a few walks. So, but it's all eyes. So I really don't want to be Han Yu sleeping maybe around on the ice. Okay, an icy road. Okay, yeah, I'm not Han Yu, right? Okay. So or maybe doing the jump as a Nathan Chen. Okay, who represent U.S. and the medalist, gold medalist for the U.S. team. Yes, good, and I'm very proud of him because he's also an Asian, right? So now we have nothing. You can see nothing, like the instruments wise. No, like wooden fish. No, there's handbell. No. Okay, so what we're going to do is maybe we can have a few quick walks around. Okay, and you can set time for like 3 minutes. Okay, so around uh everywhere in your room, you can visit your daughter's room, your kitchen, your dining hall. Okay, then we can come back at at 3 after 3 minutes. So let us set 3 minutes, and we'll come back after 3 minutes. Okay, so I will see you later. 3 minutes. I will set it here. So there you go. Oh yeah. Okay, so see you later. Okay, 3 minutes. So let us get back to our seat. Oh, I forgot to close my door. So wait. Okay. Okay, so just make sure that Venerable Rugong, the other Venerable, won't get this, won't get. She's kind of like, okay, she might not be move around. So, so I told her that she can move around and uh, don't worry about disturbing us. Okay, so we are because we don't have any Buddha statue. So Buddha's in our heart, in our mind. So we will be just kind of like joining our palms, thinking about the Buddha. Okay, so now what we are going to do is, okay, we are going to, yes, we are going to um, still, let me see. Okay, we're going to sit straight, of course, straight through your spine, sit straight, sit, get yourself a proper, comfortable, balanced sitting posture. Okay, then take away your eyeglasses. Can I see you? Okay, eyeglasses. Okay, then just sit straight through your spine. If you are not sitting on the cushion and not cross legs, that's completely all right. You can just sit comfortably and get a comfortable, balanced uh, posture, maybe on the chair. Okay. Uh, a couch or a sofa is my least option for seating it. Okay, but if you are sitting on the couch or on a sofa, then don't forget to get you know a pillow on your back so that you can get yourself maybe straight. Okay, then shoulder back, relax your chin and can press down a little bit. Eyes half opened, or you can close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths, fresh air in, and breathe out all of your stress. After taking 3 deep breaths, and let us relax ourselves from head to toe. So relax your scalp, your forehead, and your eyebrows. Relax your eyes and nose. Relax your cheeks and lips. Relax your ears and down to your neck and shoulders. Relax your arms and down to your fingertips. Relax your chest and abdomen. Relax your back and your lower back. Relax your legs and all the way down to your toes. So now we have relaxed ourselves from head to toe. Now we are going to do it one more time. And this time we're going to do it from outside in. So relax your skin and your hair. Relax your muscles, your nerves, and your blood vessels. Relax your bones and joints. Relax your inner organs and your brain. So now we have relaxed ourselves, and it is a good time and the best time for us to do meditative concentration. So what we do is very simple. is just a technique called mindful breathing. So there are many techniques for you to reach meditative concentration, but um, mindful breathing is one of the, you can consider as one of the best techniques, because breathing is always with us. So you can do it every time you want and anytime you want. Okay, so just be mindful on your breath. So every breath that you take in and out, you should be mindful. So when you breathe in, be mindful on how deep the air can reach you. When you breathe out, you can see or check how long or how short your breath is. And for the new, or for the beginner, or for the newcomer of this meditation class, um, just focusing on your breath might be difficult, but and if you like to do another way, another techniques, you may do these. It's called breath counting. So just count your breathing cycle. So breathing cycle means that you are breathing in and out. It serves as a cycle. So the first breathing cycle, you can count one, the next one, the next cycle, you can count two. So up to 5, or you can challenge yourself to count up to 10. So no exceeding 10. Yeah, after that, you can count it back, or you can count from 1. Okay, so the numbers will be always with you. So counting while you are breathing. So you count. And there is only one rule that for the breath counting techniques, when you found that your mind wanders around, or you no longer counting, you lost your number, then you have to start all over from 1. Okay, so whatever it was, what number that you were at, you should start all over again. Okay, so let us, I would, because there is no wooden fish, so I will use the chime of the phone, and I get a good chime. Okay, so maybe next time you can try to do that also. When you're meditating, you use your phone to, there is a timer, right? And get a good chime, a soft chime that won't startle you. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so let us be mindful. you may open your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Fresh air in and breathe out all of your stress. After taking 3 deep breaths, and let us do the warm down and transitional exercise by swaying your body to the side. And also front. Bend front and back. And also turn. So you can do it slowly, gently. And then rub your hands until you get your hand gets warm. Cover your eyes with your hand. Roll your eyes. Rub your face with your hands gently. And rub your ears, or you may pull your ears. Then massage your head by combing the scalp. Okay, then first massage your neck. So as only support of your heavy head. So just we have to say thank you to our neck, right? Okay. And also our shoulders, arms, and down to our wrists. Okay, so when we're doing this, you can feel the press, and maybe you got some pain in your arms, or like stiffness on your in your shoulders. So you can all kind of like feel it, like feel the feeling. Okay, so it's kind of like we call it sensory awareness. So do the aware to aware this the feeling of pressing and massaging that affects your body. Okay. Okay. Rub your rub your lower back, and you can release your legs and massage your legs. Okay. I have to set the clock so that I won't, I won't do. I will forget the time, right? Okay, so just set for 20 minutes. Yeah, for me to wrap it up. Okay, there you go. Hey, for those who would like to go to restroom, you may go. Okay, because we are going to proceed to the Dharma Talk. Okay. Oh, my glass is very dirty. That's why I wonder why I was why it's so blurry. Okay. So last time we have talked about the non-duality, right? It is kind of like sometimes we can find it in Eastern philosophy about non-duality. So we call it a wholeness of of a humanity, right? Uh, like death and life may not just separate. It is not something uh, that is separating some the lives, right? But it is all the part of life. Okay, so I think that we can find it uh, very common in Eastern philosophy about non-duality. Okay, so for a Buddhist, when we're talking about non-duality, we talk about of course non-attachment, also the middle path. But middle path is not just kind of like uh, abandoning the both side, just getting the middle. No, it's not. But it is something. But we still can say that we are going to refrain from uh, leaning against either side, right? Okay, like right and wrong or right and left. Right? Okay, so okay, uh but I think that in the Western philosophy or Western mindset, we have to be clear about everything, right? So this is really, really a very different concept. And when we are learning Eastern and Western philosophy, or when we are um, whether with a Eastern cultural background, now it's in the Western culture, or you were grown in from the Western culture that you're learning the Eastern stuff, then we are kind of like we are trying to integrate both of them, right? Both culture or both thinking or both way of thinking, which is very good, I think. Right. So there are something that I think maybe we would like to reframe. Like we are when we're learning new stuff, right? We're trying to push away what we have learned. Okay, so I think this is uh, not not very useful for our growth. I mean, spiritually or as our personal growth. Right? So, because I have seen a lot of people, they, especially for the Chinese culture, those Chinese Christian were was very, very rejective. Right? Like, no, this is something that we don't practice. Okay? Like for example, offering the incense, or doing some stuff, going to the temple. You might find them very, like they are rejecting uh, all of their old practice. Right? And I really don't want to see that some of the learner who would like to learn, or some of the Westerners who has we know that Westerner has a very strong Christian background, and they are trying to kind of like embrace Eastern culture or Eastern philosophy, Eastern religions. Then they are kind of like rejecting what they have had. This I think this one will it's not really really a good way to for us to learn, right? But try to embrace all of it and try to kind of like integrate, okay? Try to get the nectars of both cultures, right? Okay, nectars means that the goodness of both culture that will be better, right? Okay, um, so there are when I was kind of like recently, I have met some incidents in some. I have read something. Okay, so one is my friend's Facebook. Okay, yeah, I have a Facebook account. Yes, okay. So he was my elementary schoolmate. Okay, I think is he my classmate. I forgot. Okay, but he's my we go to the same grade school. Okay, and then it was a long time ago, right? Okay, and he's a Christian, and sadly he was doing something that I have mentioned a while ago. So he was kind of like pushing away what he had, like Eastern cultures, and he was kind of like praising the Western philosophy, the science, um, even of course, even what he believed in his religion, right? His religious devotion, so Christianity. Okay, so it was kind of like, but I was about to leave. I want to leave some message to him, right? Okay, but I say, no, no, never mind. Just be peaceful. Okay. Maybe, face to face might be, as in talking, might be a good choice to discuss about something about it. Okay. And this is one incident. And so that is the reason why I would like to say what I have said about pushing away uh, what we belong to, like mm, you know okay, anyway. Okay, and also there is a news. This was sent by one of my devotee about a news in Phoenix Archdiocese. Okay, so there was a news about the Archdiocese. We know that is a Catholic sector. Maybe I have no idea how to call it. Okay, so but it's Archdiocese in Phoenix, USA. Okay, and it announced that the news said they had an announcement to their followers, okay, or their devotees, about if any of the devotees was baptized under a priest, then these baptism is invalid, because, and the only because is that when the father was baptizing, he has to say something, right? Just like what we are doing in the Triple Gem Refuge. So there are some scriptures, some holy or sacred words he has to, you know, announce, right? Or he has to say, right? Okay, and the only thing that he used, just only one word, okay, was being denied by the Catholic Roman, the Catholic in Rome. Okay, they said that he said that therefore we baptize you. Okay, so and you know I'm very bad in in describing things, but you can just do the search. Okay, so instead of we, okay, it should be I. Okay, but the priest in Phoenix who presiding the baptism, he used we, we. Okay, so we and he and I, okay, was make a completely different story. Okay, according to what has the archdiocese said. Okay, so that was when I was kind of like wondering, and why uh, that the archdiocese said so, that we and I is different, then there is some, the news said that I represent Christ. Okay. And because there's only one God, right? Okay, so so you can only say I. There's no we. Okay, so there is no such thing like I means represent Jesus Christ. So it is kind of like Jesus Christ because Jesus Christ is baptizing the person, right? Okay, but if someone use we, then who else is besides the besides Christ, right? Okay, so that makes problems. Okay, so I think that they made the point, right? But sometimes it is very sad, right? Okay, considering you were the one who were baptized, and suddenly, the archdiocese said, "Oh, this is invalid," and you have devoted yourself for a long time, okay? Because that father was, a long, I think he's not just a new one, right? But he's been serving there for a long time, right? Uh, so that is a heartbreaking news, okay, for being a religious person. Even though I'm a Buddhist, but I was in my high school and middle school life. I studied in a Catholic school, uh, so I was kind of like, ooh, that was a very very shocking news for the devotees who has baptized by that father. Okay, so anyway, um, we may be thinking so, because you know in Western culture things should be precise, right? Okay, so you know, all right, so that makes problem. Okay, so uh, we would rather not to change any any words, okay, or making some notes after you have changed the word. Okay, anyway, we're going to proceed to the book, talking about the life of and the teaching of the sixth patriarch. And this book is called The Rabbit's Horn. It's a commentary on the Platform Sutra. Platform Sutra is the life and the teaching of the sixth patriarch of Zen tradition. Okay, so let us proceed. Okay, there are some interesting background before we begin, and during the sixth patriarch time, like the time of the sixth patriarch, a Tang dynasty is about 600 to 800 AD, right? And within this you know within this period of time, it is the formation of the Buddhist Chinese Buddhist schools. And one of two major uh, Buddhist schools out of eight, right, is the Zen, the meditation tradition, and also another one is called Pure Land tradition. So I believe that you have heard about the Pure Land tradition. So they are kind of like believing in Amitabha Buddha, Pure Land, and what they want is kind of like going to that Pure Land to study, right, and come back. Okay, so as is something that it makes difference. Okay, so uh there is something that like some discussions about the Pure Land. What is Pure Land and what is the practice of Pure Land, right? And this is very interesting that a Buddhist Zen monk, right, kind of like having a commentary on the Western, no, no, on the Pure Land practice. Okay, so it's like, whoo, like it's like. a Catholic priest making a commentary on Protestants scriptures, okay, something like that, okay. But it doesn't make any, it's not a disturbing things in the Buddhist traditions, okay. I'm not sure if it happens in Christianity, then what will happen, right? Okay, we're not talking about like a Jewish having a commentary on a Christian Bible, right? Okay, so not that things, but uh, within traditions, okay, within common beliefs, right? Catholics and a Protestant. Okay, so I'm not sure. Maybe there will be no comments, or it's not considered as a disturbing things, okay, but it happens here uh, in in the life of the sixth patriarch. Right. So of course he has a commentary on the Pure Land. Okay, so what we are going to talk about is the Pure Land and the practice of Pure Land, or the thinking, the theory of Pure Land and the Zen tradition are very, very different. Okay. Pure Land Buddhism is like they're longing to something that is perfect, right? Like some place that is perfect, just like where I'm longing to study in Harvard. Okay, and I'm longing to have a degree, okay, in Yale, right? Okay, so there is some place that is so perfect for your study or for your practice, right? And we consider, for it, just as we said, that this world, we call it Saha world. Okay, that means that there is some imperfection here, right? Okay, so there is something, always something that is, that we are longing for, right? Okay, that we are looking for, right? Okay, for the Pure Land tradition, they are longing for a Pure Land, a place called Pure Land. Okay. And of course, there are theories about that, right? Okay, including Amitabha Buddha, okay, and sort of things. Okay, and of course, for the Theravada in Buddhism, maybe they're what they are looking for is arahut, arahathood. Okay, arahathood. Okay, it means that they are looking for the enlightenment, right? Okay, so and for you know okay, and for Zen, okay, is that they would like to, they would like to search for the Buddha nature or the intrinsic nature. Okay, call it 见性. Okay, so or 开悟, like getting uh enlightenment. But this enlightenment is different from the enlightenment of the Buddha. Okay, but it's like enlightenment of seeing the intrinsic nature of oneself. Okay, so it's very, very different. So they are, there is a prospection, right? Okay, so you're looking for something, right? Okay, so yes, that is our attachment, yes. Right, desire, right? So yeah, good, the desire for good things. For away from bad things. Away from defilements, right? Okay, so there is some questions about how do you do the practice, uh, how do you do the Pure Land practice, especially. Okay, so where's my line? Okay, so right, because this is the book that I borrowed, so I can't just do the you know I can't do that. Okay, so So the sixth patriarch is, kind of like questioning about if you are going to somewhere, right? Okay, you're going to somewhere, whether it is like Western, Pure Land, okay, or you're going to the Buddhahood. Okay. But okay, his point is that if you really see your intrinsic nature, your Pure Land is here. Right? The Pure Land is here already. Okay. So you don't have to look for something outside. Right? But looking inside, again, looking inward, right? Then as you found your intrinsic nature, actually the Pure Land is here, has been realized here. Okay. So he said, if we can see the Pure Land of the West right here, then there will be no need for us to wish to be born there, right? Venerable Master, be kind, be so kind as to show us the West so that we all may see it. Okay, so this is a question by the crowd, okay, by someone, okay, so asking, right? So saying that, okay, then of course the patriarch has said a lot of, elaborated things, but he has a gata, that means a poem. He made a poem, so I don't think he is illiterate. He still has culture, right? Okay, he can make kata easily. So for me now, I can't. I'm not good enough to make kata. Okay, so this is called non-duality. Let me see how many time that we have left. Okay, so non-duality. Okay, so this kata goes like this. Let me see. Okay. Okay. So with an even mind, why bother upholding precepts? Okay, even mind means that you are not, non-duality, right? You are not going somewhere here or going there, and you don't come up with, with some evil thoughts, right? Okay, or bad thoughts, unwholesome thoughts, right? That's called even mind. Okay, so if you have even mind, why bother upholding precepts? So that means that precepts actually it prevents uh, from doing harmful things, right? Okay, so if there is nothing you can think of about something unwholesome, then your action will be pure wholesome, right? Then what is for what is the meaning for you to upholding precepts, right? Okay, so actually if you don't have any unwholesome thoughts or unwholesome action, there is no need for you to upholding precepts. But of course, the only things is that you don't have unwholesome unwholesome thoughts, right? Okay, or actions, right? Okay, with an upright practice, why meditate? Okay, so now it is pointing something at us, right? What we are doing right now. Okay, so if we have upright practice. Okay, so what do you mean upright practice? Okay, 行止和业和劳修禅. Okay, so in Chinese, 心平和劳持戒哈，行止和用修禅. Okay, so oh, I remember the Chinese version. Because there's no Chinese version here. Okay, so it's just from my memory. Oh, yay! The drawer just opened up. Okay, so 行止和用修禅, upright practice. Okay, so that is also about your actions. Okay, so before the first one is about your thoughts, and the second one is about your actions. Right? So we know that meditation is an action, right? Action of sitting right straight, right? Counting breath counting, or be mindful on your breathing, right? Okay, so that is something, some of the action that we are doing is called meditation, right? Right. So if there is an upright practice, okay, so what do you mean upright practice? It is also something ethical, right? Okay, so if you have ethical and kind of like a practice of an even mind, also and joyful, calm, right, practice, right? Why do you need meditation? Because when you are meditating, right, when the Buddhists meditate, right, we are kind of like trying to attain this upright practice, right? Okay, so actually the sixth patron is talking about the goal of meditation. So sometimes when we are doing something to reach that goal, right, then sometimes we will just forget. We just think that, I can sit for a long time, right, for like maybe for 2 days, right, without changing my postures, right? But we always forget that actually what we are kind of expecting to attain is an even mind and an upright practice. Okay, so this, but upholding precepts and also the meditation, actually these two are considered very, very important practice in Buddhism. Okay, I think that every maybe that serves as a very, very important uh, three must do things. Okay, three practices. We call it sanxue. Three learning process, or three learning. Okay, for us to gain wisdom, wisdom of for us to go forth to the other shore. Okay, right. But for these from these, okay, the sixth patron actually reminded us, right, okay, to don't forget your goal. Okay, right, your goal is to have an even mind, right, not just seated very, very straight, right, for a long time, but you're thinking, your thought is kind of like flying around, right? Okay, so and precepts, like sometimes, you know someone will be upholding precepts very strictly, then they're uh, even um, their spouse or their partner was kind of like, oh, can is this what the Buddha said? If this is, then I will hate Buddhism, right? Okay, like that. Okay, so okay, right, and you are kind of like, making people unhappy because of you're too attached to some precepts. So, for example, when we're talking about precepts, for the Mahayana Buddhism, we talked about vegetarianism. Okay? So someone would kind of like upholding this very seriously, very devotionally, and they were kind of like, okay, so when I go to my friend's party, then I'm going to make sure that everything is pure, everything is being very vegetarian, okay, pure. Okay, so she will ask, is this, this dish was made out of like a pen that is so clear that never been doing some meat. And then I was kind of like, I know, when you are, if you are the person who are hosting the party, of course you are going to be generous, right? To your friend. But considering like you have to bother, you have to think about that, okay? And for us, it is, if it is the pan, just cleaning is clean, then there is no problem for us to cook the vegetarian things dish, right? Even before that, you cook meat, but you wash your pan, then there's no problem. But sometimes there are some people very very very, they're kind of, I want to be pure. Okay, so what, I think that you have, maybe you have seen that kind of person. Okay, so this is just the first verse, or the first of the Gata. Okay, then there are several things. Okay, so I would like to share with the last verse. Okay, so Bodhi is found within the mind. Right. So that is the reason why we have a saying said, rabbit's horn. Right. So actually it is inside. Okay. Something that is impure or pure always happens in your mind. Okay. So this is there is a very bad, I think that uh, a very very good example of this. Okay, that happens to me. Okay, so just few days ago we went to uh, St. Charles Old Town. Okay, to hunt for stuff. Okay. Then we 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 are looking for something. No, we're just kind of like walking around, right? And seeing, looking for the inspiration, because some of the artists really are very artistic. Yeah. Right. So sometimes you can get inspiration for the decoration. Okay, so we're doing it in the St. Charles Old Town. Okay, so after we get back home, and then my other Verma Rugong said, I'm going to take shower. Okay, then she took the shower, and then I said, no, I don't want to take shower. Okay, but what she said is like, oh, that there, because there are a lot of stuff, right? And she said, oh, do you know that there are pretty dusty there, because there are old stuff there, right? Okay, so or some antique things, or artisan things, so there, right? So I was kind of like doing. So when she said, oh, it's very dust, don't you think that it is very dusty? Then kind of like I heard it, then I start, my skin starts to itch after hearing it. Okay, so this actually, it's very, so I think that it is, something is just from the mind, right? Purity and impure. Of course, sometimes there are some dust that you might get allergic to, but there are a lot of time that when we are talking about pure and impure, or it's dirty, actually sometimes it comes from your mind. Okay, right? Okay, Bodhi is found within the mind. Okay, why bother looking for the extraordinary outside? Okay, extraordinary outside. Okay, is that extraordinary, right? Okay, so it means that maybe when we are talking about the other shore, like, we are really thinking there are some place called the other shore, right? Or Western Pure Land. We think that there is somewhere out there, right? Somewhere out there, okay? That there is a very, very beautiful, okay, blissful place called Western Pure Land, right? Okay, so that's called extraordinary, right? Outside. Okay, so if you got enlightened, right? Why you are looking for a place, right? So I think the Buddha agrees these also. Okay, so we can find a lot of teachings from the Buddha talking about it. Okay, and listen to what I have just said and applied it. The West. The West means not the Western culture or the West, other place, extraordinary place. Okay, the West is before your eyes. Okay, and that means that you are you're seeing the West. Okay, so listen to what I have just said and applied it. Okay, so just like the even mind and upright practice, if we have done this, we can find the Bodhi inside us, and also this Bodhi, this pureness, right? Bodhi is enlightenment, and it is a blissful state for us to look for Buddhists to look for, right? Then if we have done this and we are in this state, where is the Pure Land? Actually, you are already seeing the Pure Land. All right, so the West is before your eyes. Right. So what is the Pure Land? And by the commentary of the sixth patriarch, right? Right. And what is the practice of upholding precepts and meditation? Right. So that reminded us, right? When we are doing the practice, we are not just doing the meditation or in a certain place in a certain time, right? It is in our life that we have to do it. Like, then if you can do that, actually you are in a perfect world. Okay, you don't have to look for it, but you are already there. Okay, so this is something that the sixth patriarch would like to talk, tell us, and I think this is very, very important. And so that maybe next time we are going to proceed to some other stuff. Okay, and maybe we can talk about the commentary of my master, because there are uh, the sutra itself and the commentary to the sutra by my master. Okay, so I will see you next time, and thank you for listening to for me and meditate with me. We don't have any Buddha in the screen, right? But right, the Buddha or the pure Buddha nature is always in our heart. Okay, so when we are talking about refuge to the triple gem or bowing to the Buddha, actually the ultimate goal is to take refuge to ourselves. Right? Be as the Buddha said, be your own island. Be your own refuge. So this is something I think that is really relevant to what has the Six Patriarchs taught to us, and also that is really, really very matched to the teaching of the Buddha. Okay, so I hope that everyone can, find your own island, your be your own refuge. Okay, because uh, then that is the Bodhi is in your mind. Then West is here. The perfect world is here. Okay, right here, right now. Okay, so thank you very much, and I will see you next Friday in the not in the dining hall, in the in the main hall. Okay, I hope that there will be no more ice, but snow. Welcome. Okay, so thank you very much, and I'm going to turn off my streaming, and thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go up, 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 up. Bye bye. And Carla, thank you for coming. And I will say thank you, and say hi to Minzhen, say hi to Sashi and your friend, and also Jeff, Wells, Dennis, Dan, okay, and Linda. Okay, so bye bye. Oh, I forgot. This is not a touch screen. So I have to use mouse. Okay. This is